to see some of these teams kind of adapt. We have some open space like Meta Power that easily could be taken away. Because we have seen Tornado to be extremely greedy, taking a lot of those spots. So they could easily, some of the teams could easily adapt, just take Meta Power and be in a much better spot.
He's super changing things up, going down towards that Nova potential area if they get some cars down towards there. But that will be it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Time to head over to our commentary team again. My brain is frazzled, but we are going to the commentators. Let's go, 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 go.
Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so here we go.
James is drunk.
He's just drunk. We're going back to that, are we? The drunk. I think all the drunk comments came out at GLR, right? That was where most of them came out.
Drunk and Frankie.
But here we go, drunk and Frankie. Yeah, no Frankie this time around. So no innuendo bingo on the desk. But what we do have is a bunch of teams, 8 of them in total, inside and outside the circle, and that is a big northern circle right there. Yasnaya, Stalber, Komeski, everything in it. Alliance are going to be thinking, finally, it's paid off this risk to go up Komeski, Stalby. But look at what's happening near them. Alpachinki.
They're like, no, this is our turn to go to Stalber. You don't get to go here by yourself.
They are actually going to Stalber as well. Yeah. I mean, they've been pushing Alliance over to Saverni, but they're actually dropping Stalber.
That's just a good guess on the circle, maybe, for Alpachinki, where, I mean, looking at that south to north plane path where, you know, frequently we will see the circles kind of mirror somewhat where the plane path will go unless you get really unlucky. But in this case, Alliance is going to find themselves with a split strategy, but not access to Stalber. So maybe we'll see some contests for Yasnaya, which has been taken by OHM. 7's headed up north. Not sure if they're going to want to go to North George or maybe to Severny, but Severny looks to be, at least so far, free. Avangard going south, Asuba is at Novo, and we will see Crew go to Primorsk. So Milta Power relatively free aside from the somewhat encroaching Tornado X team, which is not a team. That's the guy named, his name is X Team, and he's on Tornado. Penta doing their split on south, Primorsk, or sorry, excuse me, Pachinki being taken over by Zoktin Nam. Standard, well, not really standard issues, some changes here. But we'll see now. We get a bit of an interesting circle. Maybe this looks like one of those Yasnaya South endings that we see from time to time.
Well,
you never know.
I'm hoping it's a Stalber one. You know, it's been a long time since I've seen that. But Yasnaya, yeah, it's always entertaining because obviously it is a large urban finish. We'll see whether it goes that way, though. 7 still heading over to North George. G2 making that West Coast run. And Crew did decide to go back to Primorsk, which was a wise choice. And I love the fact that Isuba have finally decided, let's not do this Zaki run, right? This is not the time. But in the same vein, you think, are you serious? We've decided to go Novo. Now we've got to make this gauntlet run up to the north. It could cost them. TSM need to be quick in their movements and centralizing. Obviously, you think of center compounds. Well, actually, at the moment, there's not that many compounds around the central point. Obviously, it's over to the west of Yasnaya, the center point. And Alpachinki here have been toying and playing, I think, with the hopes and dreams of Alliance, almost forcing them down into TSM territory. You know, looking at T-Bone and Moleman way down south. M249 picked up by Alf plays there, and they're actually probably going to sit around it. I don't think Alpachinki are going to even attempt to go over Saverny. It looks like they're just happy looting the compounds around Stalber.
So for now, it's going to be a pretty easy loot stage here. I don't think that there's going to be too much pressure anywhere on the map. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to enter all along the western side from north to south.
The question is A, does Moleman have a vehicle? B, will Rory expect Alliance to be here? He could just run blindly into it. Moleman's in a vehicle. There you go.
Yeah, I think Rory is pretty damn close to him. He's looking that direction. I think he's just looting in buildings there as Rory. Yeah. So for TSM, I think if they maybe try and take over Mansion, might be a play there. But the issue with Mansion is, of course, that stupid forest to the north, which is almost impossible to traverse. But it's kind of a dead spot in the map, that Mansion Forest, because it's just you can't really drive through there. And when you come out the other side, you're met by a couple of different compounds. So I'll be interested to see the TSM strategy as far as where they choose to play here. Speaking of TSM, condolences to Break. I understand he's suffered a fall, which affects the elderly from time to time. Luckily, he was wearing his Life Alert bracelet, so only the casualty there would be the tea he spilled everywhere. So condolences to Break.
Spilled his tea over himself. Hey, that happens. That happens to us Brits. Anyway, 7 just arrived in North George. G2 been in South George for a while as well. They took the West Coast run. Fenerbahce still on the spread, and points-wise, obviously we're approaching the crunch time. Penta did try and set up a bit of a bridge camp there, it seems, but Isuba, oh, that could be the... Isuba's unaware. Udir and Brexico, look at this, full bridge camp. They've not pulled the trigger. They're waiting for more members of Isuba. I think they're hoping to catch Avangard. Probably expecting it to beat Avangard. Just to like do that damage to the top team and realize it. Oh. They're going to probably get the knock. Well, they're going to go straight into Chris. Look at this. Zupa peeks out the side, and they'll be like, Isuba? They'll be like, what the hell are Isuba down there? I mean, we were after Avangard. Like, what the hell? And Avangard are going to be looking at it. Look, they've diverted. On the map, you can't see it, but Avangard have diverted. They're swinging across West Bridge it is. Yeah.
We're good. So Avangard can see what's happening to Isuba, and Penta's picking up some early kills here, playing a bit of a bridge camp on the south side.
This is a disaster for them. Oh, Brexico flushed out by Zupa. Wow. I mean, if you take the fights one by one, it can certainly happen that way.
Udir's like, sorry, I was looting. Did something happen?
But Isuba, they're down in 13th, 1,600 points. They're chasing a 2,200 or close to 2,300 point gap is what they're after. He's going to try and toss that outside. Panic at the moment. Thinks he's getting surrounded. I'm surrounded, guys. They're coming for me. Help, help. Well, the rest of Isuba just sitting on the other side of the bridge like, nah, you're on your own, mate.
Yeah, unfortunately for Zupa. He did get something out of it. He's got a kill. Losing Brexico was actually pretty big for Penta this early in the game. Oh, what? Where was that from?
Oh, he's over the other side. He's just peeked over the bridge.
I didn't even hear the shot.
Well, Isuba down. Neither did he. Isuba down to 2. And, well, 2 kills for the boys from Penta, but they lost 1 in the process. Sezco, where are you going to go, Sans Domicile? They're going to try and center it up. Is he going to sit on the edge of Yasnaya, perhaps? Maybe go to the compound on the hill. They can see Alpachinki passing by as well there.
Hey,
Alpachinki have a couple of guys further north. So Sezco, don't want to go to that northern point.
I guess I'll leave. I guess the question mark is now for Penta. They're so far ahead. There's not almost any chance that they're not going to make it out of the group stage. We might just see some meme action coming out of Penta. They're affecting a bridge camp right now, not really making any effort to make the center of the zone. Maybe that's kind of coming on the edge.
I think that's why they were after Avangard, right? Because they're within, close to 100 points from one another. And it's like, I want to finish top. You finish top.
There's no prize. There's no prize for finishing top. So for Penta and Avangard, you don't want to get too sloppy, because that's not I think you want to keep that that winning mentality always top of mind, but. You can definitely kind of relax with only 2 games left to go, but it's a different story for the middle of the leaderboard, where TSM needs to have a good game here, I think.
So a lot of teams looking like they're going to be focusing around the southern side of this circle rather than going further north up to Stauber, mainly for the fact Stauber's this giant hill that could... you can have anyone sneak up on you at any point, really. That's the danger of it. Sans Domicile just passing by. Alliance in that buggy. That's an open field. You can see they're getting lit up. Steph gets tagged, but looks like they're going to get away with it. Oh, the tire's gone. The tire's gone. They're okay. Ooh. They didn't flip it, and they're back at the compound.
Masterful buggy control there.
Yeah. Micro Uzi for THC, really?
Yeah, I mean, teach their own. So looking at the leaderboard here on the screen, it is now only a 200 or so point difference between 9th and 8th place. So for Zokten Nam, this is another pivotal game. And similarly for G2, they're not out of the game yet. Similar with Sans Domicile. I think that, judging by their trajectory, I haven't seen enough from G2 to say that they have a very good chance of breaking into the top 8. But for Alpachinki, they're going to be staving off Zokten Nam, who's just below them. TSM is actually in a pretty decent spot, too. I mean, they're 400 points in. If they can get another top 7 placement in this game, they should be able to kind of coast in. But for Penta and Avangard, it's do whatever, I think, the next couple of games.
Yeah, have laughed. They're 4,000 points plus with 3 games to go. They're in a grand position, let's put it that way, a commanding position. And they can watch the chaos play out. They go very close to one another. Fenerbahce also coming in close. Avangard and Penta like magnets to one another at the moment. I think Avangard wanted that compound, and they've turned around like, God damn it, we're going to have to run back now, back to the ditch. So trying to find around the method ditch, do we call it that? I don't know. That's where they tend to stick a lot of. But Penta coming into the compound. Chris and DMA fire safe in there. Of course, no Brexico. Fenerbahce, meanwhile, looks like they're going to go into... It's compound on the right here. Marco De Vecchio already in there, so safe there. These are all down the southern edge, so I guess they're all banking on this southern swing. If it does go north, Stauber way, we're going to see some very interesting rotations coming out from everyone down the south here.
Shift already coming in, that centered point.
G2 still chilling in the blue.
As you do. Just looting away in South George.
So G2,
it's an important game. Like if they can get like a top 5 here, maybe pick up a couple of kills.
They're only 350 points behind Alpachinki.
I mean,
it's totally doable.
Alpachinki's got they're feeling the heat, but they're also got a good spot now. They're playing. I wouldn't say conservatively, but they're playing smart. They're in the zone, almost dead center. They got a little compound. Or actually, is that a compound on the north side of Yasnaya Fields? I don't remember there being houses up there, but we can't quite. I think they do have a spot up there, right? So. For Alpachinki, should be able to ride this one for a little while at least. Alliance, I think it's almost a curtain call there for poor Alliance, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they have a lot of points. They're going to have to pick up a win or two here. They're 1,400 points. They're chasing 2,300 for the top 8 at the moment, and that's without, obviously, anybody else picking up points around them. In Suba, they decided to go for the jet ski. They were like, God damn you, Penta. Going jet ski.
Look what you made me do. I have to take a jet ski. How embarrassing this is.
So the circle does move down south. It goes Yasnaya. Most teams kind of already guessed on that route. TSM, who actually start around here, are having to take a really wide divert. They've got Tornado Energy Battle near them as well. G2, you can see, actually engaging with crew. This is out in the blue, well outside the zone, well outside the circle.
Just bail, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure really why they should get involved in this. Just leave him. I think, did they take his tire out? No, doesn't look in. Looks like his tires are safe. Yeah, his tires are fine. So, you know, just sort of pinned down there. But yeah, the circle, I don't think you've seen it on the screens yet, has gone sort of south side of it, western edge of the circle.
TSM has swung all the way south. They've decided that they don't want to like they were on the northeastern side, and they've now gone all the way down the eastern side and coming on the south end.
But look what they're coming into.
Yeah, I mean, they have Penta there, but if they keep going, I mean, depending, I don't know what kind of information they're going to have that would motivate them to keep going to the west. But obviously, we being the omniscient casters we are, can see that there's a big open space on that southwestern side.
Yeah, Mansion open at the moment.
I'm surprised they didn't go Mansion.
Yeah, it looked like they were the closest thing. You know, and the worst thing is, right, it's always the pitfall. This is their start. Kane, by the way, on his own in that compound. This is the thing. Penta on a big wide spread, solo spreads across a very greedy spread, I would say. TSM going to come in towards it, avoiding Chris. So they've already tried to go towards Chris's compound, backed away from that one. Meanwhile, Zukt at Nam, they've got themselves a nice spread. Bit ballsy, going 2 players up in heaven. The crate dropping down, a very artistic approach to that crate in the fields of Yasnaya. Sans Domicile the nearest to it, but I don't think anyone's going to risk it at this stage until it may be a crate that gets set up as a vehicle compound later on in the game.
We've seen 249s all over the place these last couple of games. Sesko has got eyes on the crate, and he's probably feeling like he wants to go get it, but Alliance is in the government buildings there on the edge of Yasnaya.
G2 coming in this late, they're actually going to have the route they've taken by either by hook or by crook or by luck, I don't know, but they've managed to find themselves a really clean run in. The question is, do they continue south to that dip and bump straight into Avantgarde? TSM
they're slowly making their way. Yeah, they're slowly just driving a little bit, stopping, checking it out, driving a little bit, stopping, checking it out, and they're actually going west. So if they can find a compound and maybe even G2 on the edge of the zone, they might be able to find themselves some kills. But this is a pivotal moment for TSM. I'd like to check in with them pretty soon.
They can use this hillside, right, just to the north of now. They can scout from there and have a look what's going on. It looks like Gustav's making a swing for it, so that's what they're doing. Crew are crashing into the compound just to the west of Rozok, so long way out on the edge there. G2 now pulling in on the edge of the blue, so they're just going to try and pull up here and play edge as much as they can. They will be here in TSM. Yeah. You can see them in the distance there, just pass him by, so they're going to continue north. TSM, they feel, Wookie Bookie's about to get caught by G2. He's pulling up slowly on the bike. This is going to be an easy kill for them.
Man, so they're I know what TSM's doing. Oh, look, actually, Wookie Bookie might get away here if he's careful. Yeah, Velen's not going to chase it. So Wookie Bookie is now going to find an empty compound and probably call for the rest of TSM to crash on top of him. This is in the zone on the edge. Which is, I think,
G2 pushing.
a good grab here, but I'm not sure what G2 wants to do.
G2, no, Wookie's on his own. G2 are charging in on him.
Oh,
Wookie's going to get pressured. All of G2 crashing into the same
TSM
compound.
Needs to help.
Wookie's there. Meanwhile, Pachinki can see it. Wookie's got himself healed up and gets out of there just in time. And now he's got the cover fire. TSM the other side on the ridge line, so Wookie will get away.
Whew.
Gustav's continuing to scout the rest of TSM on the move. 30 seconds to go. There are 2 compounds ahead of TSM here that are completely free. So Gustav looks like he's found one of them. And I think we might see Wookie pass on by and just scouting the next compound along, just to have a little peek.
Well, that's what he's been doing. I mean, the scout strategy is smart. I mean, they're just kind of probing to see where they can find. And this is the one they're going to choose. So for the rest of the TSM squad that's on the Southwest, hopefully they've got a favorable shift if they're lucky. But this is relatively close to the southwestern edge. But they do have position now on G2.
Very strong compound, though. Obviously, all vehicles safe in there. You got that wall, unless a nade happens to come in. The circle shifts away. It goes over towards the east, and as he said, Mansion, where Zuktat Nam actually went in early, committed. They are going to combine. So the 2 in there. Sans Domicile. They went for the ditch very early on. They are bang center now. Joker's also in the fields nearby. Isuba. Well, it's been a torrid time for Isuba, really, isn't it? I think Kedge Doran's going to get taken down as well. He's passing by Tornado and Alpachinki. He's going to be last man vehicle. Oh, no, he's into a wooden shack.
Like, this doesn't feel safe.
16th place. Well, that's not what Isuba needs. I think that might be the chances of Isuba going through. The Czech team, Czech organization, are going to go down. 16th place. A disaster for them here.
Damn.
In day 3.
At 17 minutes, that's rough, but this is now the time where the fields are starting to play a factor. Mumino is going to get knocked out in the back line as Crew. And
where are they going to go?
I don't know where they're going.
They're going to pass post right next to Jokers. Look, Jokers in the yellows. They're thinking we're not having someone like this probably know it by. 7 also trying to pass by. They're just getting lit up as well. 7 a good placement finish in the last matchup, but they can't go anywhere. They're looking for the same ditch that Sans Domicile are already in.
They're crashing.
So they're pushing
Alliance
away. And well, he just crashed into the garage. And Alliance tossing the nades over. I think it's just gone wide, so they should be safe for now. On the edge of Yasnaya.
OHM's got the apartment, so they're going to be harassing from distance for a long time as well. Looks like they do have a line of sight on the Crew who's stopped in the middle of about 3 different teams right now.
Yeah, it's you guys can't see the map, but it's like a lines all being drawn on top of Crew. They're going to be going down in 15th place any second now. Gamer Legion looking to move in to pick up the frags. We're watching the standoff in the buildings, but really the action is happening the other side in the fields. Bjorn and Timber picking the nades off there. Koski and Rupture going down. The rest of Crew burning in a heat.
That's roughly what you would expect is happening to Crew right now. I think that tells most of the story, where everything's on fire and things are bad.
Yeah, I think Buyakaya is the last man standing in there.
TSM took Mansion randomly.
How the hell did they get there? Took a southern swing. Oh, look, G2 actually coming around behind them as well. We've been focusing on the northern side. G2 coming in behind, and I think they may be looking to go Mansion as well. Judging by their rotations, their Rory's going to see them first. Bjorn is going to finish off Rupture as Buyakaya, the last man standing, will go down, and Crew picked off.
G2's crashing into TSM right now.
Alliance going to push, actually. Looks like they're going to go around. Yeah, G2 crashing Mansion onto TSM. Alliance going to come around the side here. Big points required for Alliance, and they do the job. 7 will go down in 14th place. Alliance picking up the frags, and we'll get the revive off. Meanwhile, G2 on the edge of Mansion. Now, the Mansion's a massive compound to try and hold, so it's tough. I think TSM is just going to realize it. They say, let's go north. Let's back away from the fight. Let's not get engaging this early on.
This is Crew being eliminated here. It's just nade after nade on top of Buyakaya. There's nothing to be done there as Crew just gets steamrolled, but we'll have to rejoin, see what's happening with TSM here in a minute. It looks like they're just going to be sharing G2 for the sharing the Mansion area with G2. There's a lot of space there, but now the question mark is this next shift as it is about to deploy here in the next 30 seconds. If it goes north or south, this is a lot of field in play here. Gamers Legion's got open area. Joker's has got an interesting hold in the yellows. And the southern side has not been decided. Penta, I think, is just kind of, I don't know, on their phones, or, well, not on their phones, I guess, because they won't be allowed to have them, but, I don't know, playing tic-tac-toe with grenades or something out in the fields. But Avangard doing something similar, coming in on the south side. I'd be interested to see now what's in this crate, which is likely not going to be looted because it's kind of dangerous.
Grows up. Don't think you want it. Where's it going to go? Straight over. Hard shift again, and TSM going to benefit from it, of course, making that long swing around the south. Zuktat Nam also in the Heaven compound, Heaven X Games, whatever you want to call it. It's got a number of names. It is very hard to defend, and I think we're going to see Penta possibly crashing it. There is a ditch just to the south of it they might also head to. Meanwhile, Alpachinki, they found themselves an open compound over on the western side. G2, oh, they were looking to go to it as well. G2, they've decided to have to stop. I think they just realized someone's there. Penta do come right up on towards Zukta now, but this is a tough compound to push on this hill. Evil's going to get an angle, gets himself an easy shot onto Kane there. I'm going to be thinking, Penta, let's get some of them down. Going to get a little peek around the side. Avantgarde, meanwhile, are dealing with Marco Del Vecchio. As Avantgarde clash. That's Avantgarde.
That's right on their lap. Oh, it bounced away.
Legion about to pass straight by Avantgarde, and they're getting lit up as well on the map. You can see Bjorn go down. Mac and Dark, they're just getting lit up in a ball of flames. They've gone straight into them. That underhand nade should finish off Penta. No, it doesn't do quite enough damage, and Evil gets tagged out. Fenerbahce in all sorts of trouble. They've crashed in towards Sans Domicile, who made the move into the forest. You were talking about the forest north of Mansion area. Sans Domicile in there alongside G2. That is a battle for position. Sans Domicile and G2 clashing as well. As Zyphon and co take down Sezco. We're still watching Udyr. This fight really doesn't matter unless Zuktetnam lose out. This one in the forest absolutely does. That's what all the points count for.
Hopefully we can check in what's happening there fairly soon as we see Zoktanam trying to nade out Penta, but this hill is just protecting Penta. Very difficult to land nades on this drastic incline.
TSM pushed out. You were talking about the mansion. They pushed out and tried to get a couple of kills. They have got the kills. THZ going down there. Udyr Mayfire goes down, and Penta flushed out at last 12th place for them. But here comes Avantgarde. They just watched him play up. He's literally pulling up in the vehicle.
What?
Max Sizer taking the pull-up literally and comes around the side. Evil getting flushed out. And Zuktetnam.
They don't want this pressure.
How hard this compound is to defend. Zuktetnam, a team that absolutely needs as many points as they can get. And now they've had first place pull up on the door. Now they've got second place on them. They're really getting tested.
And for Zoktanam, this is not what they need. They need a little bit of a break here, and just hopefully that a couple of teams die out, with both the first and second place team essentially eliminated. Well, not eliminated, but they're safe, I should say. Pulling up on top of Zoktanam, who needs every single point. Losing a fight to a first place team would be disaster for them.
Alliance are getting caught in an engagement up in the north. They're still in Yasnaya, and they have OHM, Tornado, and Jokers all sort of concentrated around. I don't really know how they're going to be able to get out of that compound. Zuktet now wisely consolidating and thinking, right, okay, let's condense, let's get in that compound, let's let Avantgarde have this garage side compound. It is a big area, there's plenty of time to spread between them. Avantgarde, they're not going to probably spread around too much because they'll expose themselves. G2, oh no, SDF, what are you doing? SDF, Steph's deciding to try and send it. G2 are going to flush them out. I think SDF will go down here. This is Avantgarde catching Gamer Legion, a long time ago in the earlier rotation.
Well, we saw a little bit of it there, and then the finish from Fenerbahce that they get, I believe, got naded out. Eventually, something happens. There it is. Boom. You're dead? There it is.
There it is.
All right.
Catch him around the side. So, circle about to condense. We've just lost Sans Domicile in the meantime. And the Jokers now pressuring in there. Zuktanam sniping out. Jokers, it's a long-range snipe.
That's not going to be fun for anybody.
Alliance. Tornado actually went for the split, so Alliance might catch them in the back here. OHM, well, you can see the last man standing out in the fields.
Please let me in the bush.
Should see him in the bush. He's like, do I really want to go in the blue and take this fight?
Fine.
I know he's in there. Senya finishing him off easy, and Will should be able to get the revive for his two teammates there. So Joker's out on the side. Circle, well, it takes a hard shift to the northwest, and Alliance suddenly have themselves the Ridgeline, Tornado, Energy Battle. They didn't pressure enough, and now Tornado hold the compound. Meanwhile, Alpachinki also pushing in towards the other side, but these guys have to fight and move out of the compound because none of them are in the zone.
This is rough for Zoktanam. It's like Avantgarde's just looking in the windows like zombies, like, give me brains, and they just... Oh, that's actually nice down there. Now, if he can get another... Oh, careful.
So close to finding the head. He's actually... Really? He's going to stick the revive?
Avantgarde doesn't give a damn.
Has he got... Oh, no, that's a smoke. He wanted a HE.
He's just trying to interrupt. Dude, Avantgarde's got balls of steel. They're like, I don't give a damn, dude. Like, whatever.
They don't need to. They don't care. It's like, I'm just going to stick this revive.
Yeah, deal with it, nerd. And Fantastic now. Zoktanam, this is...
Oh, no. Avantgarde. Oh, that's Alliance, sorry.
Yeah.
So they were trying to push his compound to Tornado. You can see in the picture-in-picture, but the problem is they can't go the other side of the hill because Jokers have an angle on them to snipe them in the back. So they're forced to pressure onto Tornado. Meanwhile, Avangard continuing the red zone battle, and now Gamer Legion coming back for maybe a little bit of revenge on the backside of Avangard. But Avangard, they're passing on by Zen and just leaving them standing. Jokers, they've got that little ditch. Well, D-Mash got caught going in it.
It's so funny. Like, it's two sides of the coin here. Avangard is safe. Zen is not safe. They're trying desperately to stay in the top 8, and TSM is now making a foot push, looks like, into G2 in the open, and G2 is getting shot in the back. This is a crazy push by TSM. If we could maybe swing over there, but for now, Zoktan Nam feeling kind of safe.
Well, they don't want to move. I mean, they can't move, right? They're prisoners. Prisoners in the compound they were holding at the moment. Rory getting knocked there. G2, meanwhile, engaging. There's Bellin. Gets a peek around the side. You can see the smokes go down. The nade comes on towards him. Turtle will get taken down. Bookie, but look at this back and forth. Gustav and Turtle both down. It's a 2-for-2 so far. Wacko gets a peek around the side. Bookie knocked. The TSM go down in 9th place. They are wilting in the final games of Erangel. Meanwhile, Gamer Legion pushing around and almost saving Zukta Nam effectively as they pressure Avangard and force them away.
Disaster for TSM. I mean, that's a 9th place finish. I don't think they had many kills. That North Mansion Forest is a nightmare to try and fight in. G2 getting the upper hand there is unfortunate, as actually so is Gamers Legion being eliminated by Avangard. Zoktan Nam has got to feel okay here now with 3. They have the high ground, but they're going to get picked apart as they try and come out. This is, again, precarious.
Gamer Legion down, so Avangard sort of wedged between the Jokers and Zuktan Nam here. And Zuktan Nam need the points. They need the points. They're sitting in 9th place at the moment, chasing on the likes of Alpachinki, who are sitting in the north in a tricky spot. G2 are in 10th, just behind them. All these teams sort of fighting around them. It's TSM that are, as you say, going to lose out. Going down in 9th, it's just a 100 points finish. Don't think they got too many frags from it either. I think maybe 1 or 2. Wasn't too many overall. G2, though, are taking names. Alpachinki and Avangard get engaged upon. They're coming in from the west and trying to do what they can to pick up as many kills. 16 points a kill is going to make all the difference. Any tag and frag you can get right now.
It's actually good for TSM that Alliance is still in this. Same with G2. They're pretty far behind. So I think that they should be okay, but it's close. It's too close to be comfortable. That's for damn sure.
I'm not convinced. I mean, they are on 2,600 points, and you know they've got a big advantage over G2 and Zukta now. It's a 600-point gap. But
we just saw the live ranking. They've got 2,700 total points now, so they should be okay at least for this game. But the mistakes are mounting for TSM. They have to be.
With Fenerbahce going out earlier, I guess it kind of helps them out there. But Onoctive and Max Eyes are going to peek across towards Zukta Nam. They're kind of prisoners. I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this heaven area. Tornado are sending it. You can see Melman's trying to come in from the north as well. Alliance still alive, by the way. T-Bone and Molman now pushing across there. Max Eyes finishes off Aeki, and now it is the last man standing. Good-tastic over there. G2, meanwhile, they're free sniping on everyone at the moment. G2 are. They're collecting points. Alliance go down in 7th.
It's really difficult for Zen to get off this hill. There's just almost no way to do so. They're going to have to med in the blue. Fantastic. They just got hemmed in. Avangard got the low side of this ridge and took the zone on them. So really, Fantastic can't get off without utility, and it's even a drastic drop. He could die just falling down that hill. So for Avangard, they're playing well, and it's 8 kills now for them. So it's just more points for the point throne.
Pachinki, pretty much centralized. A team that is in 8th place, and that's someone that G2 and Zukta Nam really wanted to deal with, but Fantastic in the blue. Yeah, no more first aids for him. Jokers, obviously, won three rounds already. That's Zukta Nam down 6th place, so it's decent points, but the problem is they're chasing the likes of Alpachinki, and they're still in the game. G2 on their backs, also still in the game. So while they've had a good finish in 6th place, it's still not good enough because everyone around them is doing better.
Alpachinki, this is actually the game they want to make sure that they don't lose that hold of their 8th place position. I don't see the baby, that's a nice shot coming on to Steven there. His head's got a hole in it now. So for Alpachinki, this has been the game that they wanted, where they're now in the top 5, headed into 30 minutes. We are in the clutch, and G2 is looking like they just don't have a path into the zone.
Well, it's a north or south. Joker's in the ditch, watching it all play out. Tornado in the north, getting the knocks, and it's G2's turn to get battered as they get caught out outside the zone while they've been sitting happily taking pot shots at everyone while they all engaged upon another. Everybody has turned their direction now. Tornado and Alpachinki keeping G2 well outside the zone. Unless they've got a million smokes, I don't see them getting into this area.
You know that feeling in pubs where it feels like everyone's just shooting at you? That's where G2's at right now. Shoot at each other, Jesus!
Is Kamka making a dash for it? Kamka is making a dash for it. He's going over the road. Kamka's going to try and push up, realizing needs to get a little bit more central here. We have this big open road. He's going to be the first one. Melman will probably follow. But the problem is Avangard also are on the rotate to get around the back of Jokers. And I think what's going to happen is Tornado and Avangard are going to find each other. Maxizer does get Senya. Creeps around the back. Tabs the last man standing for Jokers. Now you can see Maxizer. As soon as he comes over this brow of this hill, he's going to see Tornado. Oh, did that nade? Did that nade find him? On Octave.
That one
the
will.
Nade. That's the perfect nade. No! Catches them all.
Surprise.
Good night. Alpachinki in 4th place. Onuctive, the little ninja, sneaks in with a single nade.
Oh, man.
And 12 kills and counting.
Avangard is playing loose, and that was an absolute domination by the last two. And Onuctive will get another down on the combat. Can you imagine if Avangard wins this game? I mean, Tornado is now in this weird spot. Compot cannot be rezzed. He's way too far away. There's really only 3 players standing in the way of another Avangard victory.
And, well, I mean, if you think about it, they should have been caught at the bridge. But because Isuba happened to go that way, happened to go to Novo, Avangard were gifted
13.
A free scouting example. 13 and counting. Tornado and Jokers. G2 already out of it, of course.
He can see a foot, I think, maybe. We have the X-ray. We can see it more obviously than you can. But for Onuctive and Maxizor, they're just like, yeah, what's up?
A lot of loot over here.
Look at all the stuff we found.
I mean, that's the danger of the dips, right? Once you're in this sort of situation, you use these little vehicle dips. A single nade can end you. We saw it with TSM on day 1. The big nades that came in from Penta there. The circle, of course, it goes Avangard's way. It is the single mound that is separating the teams. Tornado with 2, Avangard with 2, and Jokers with 1.
All right, I'm gonna either this is a caster curse or the story of the game, but I'm calling an Avangard victory. I'm calling it.
You're calling it now. I think actually it's not too wild of it.
Yeah, they've got the dip. There's no real way to assault their position. Onuctive's on the flank. Well, not really defense. He's just doing whatever. I mean, he's just looking around for kills. But Avangard could very easily win this game. Joker's standing between them and Tornado. So if they run past and Joker's does, or the Tab, I should say, does any damage to either Melman or the remnants of Tornado, Avangard could just clean this up very easily.
And then they're going to be running close to 5,000 points. Avangard, well, they had I would say an average performance at GLL overall. They looked decent on a couple of the days.
Yeah.
Granted, arguably, I don't think it's really arguably at all, a weaker lobby than GLL.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Some very strong teams there. They absolutely can stand with the best of them.
Tornado it's a tale of 2 kind of strategies. Either they're fragging out of their minds and winning games, or snaking to 3rd places. I think that getting the 2nd place is a massive boost for them. Well, not massive, but it is the boost they want.
Well, both for Jokers and Tornado here. This is basically solidifying their position, right?
Yeah.
Jokers were already in 3rd place before this. Tornado were in 5th place. Both Jokers already surpassed the 3,400 limit, so Tornado going to be up to 3,000 plus as well. So the CIS region looking strong in the qualifiers. Kamka's got an eye on Onuctive, but does he pull the trigger?
He'll give away his position to Jokers, and all they know is that there's 3 teams alive. They don't know who's where, and they're taking his own damage.
Next to him.
Enough to spot him. Wow. Oh, that's Jokers actually.
Yeah, Tab was just lying next to him. He was like, well, that's an easy 16 points.
Guaranteeing. They're almost guaranteeing. Actually.
Oh, he stole it.
Yeah, he
stole it.
This is almost guaranteeing an Avangard victory. Yeah, that's a 2v1. Wow.
There
I can't believe it.
16 kills going to be, I think, unless we see Melman doing something like a Timmy yesterday. It's totally possible. It's only a 2v1. But he's going to try and creep around. The Blue's right on his back at the moment. And he's going to be pressured. God, please don't get touched by that Blue. Please, Tornado, please. He's going to go for the frags. Melman, one of the highest killers, one of the highest damage dealers in the lobby as well. So certainly capable of it. And it's almost 2 1v1s. Gets a little glimpse of Melman's head. Can't quite manage to find the spray. Gets a little tap on him there. Onuctive also around the side. But now he's going to get exposed to both sides. Trying to use that rock to his advantage. Can he get to the rock first? No. Onuctive with the SLR will find him first.
Wow.
And it is a monster 16 kill round from Avangard. And you know what? They fought all the way through. They were down the south. They took down Gamers Legion. They took down Crew. They were involved in that battle. Then they went in and forced poor old Zooks and Namu, who thought they had a nice little safe spot. Dealt with Penta, but though Erangel come knocking on the door as well. They push on through them. They push on through another team. And, well, they mounded up the kills. 9 for Anuktiv. The little nade, of course, picking up 3 of them on the Alpachinki guys who thought they had a great position to win.
That was an amazing performance. I mean, Avangard, I think they are both confident and safe, which are 2 great things. Alpachinki, however, who are trying to maintain their position around that 7th, 8th position, do pick up a 4th place, but with only 1 kill, so not a lot of points there. They could even be jumped over by G2, depending on the points distribution there. But for Avangard, they really are rolling through this last day of the group stage, and they're feeling super confident. Great way to set themselves up for the finals starting tomorrow.
And Jokers as well, you know, obviously just won the last game. They get themselves another 3rd place finish with 6 kills. These guys are very much qualified and done now. It's really starting to become a scrap for probably 6th, 7th, 8th onwards, and maybe not even that, maybe just 7th and 8th. Anyone that's outside of that top 8 right now has to put in 2 big performances in these last 2 matches to try and chase down the likes of